From translation, RSV Revised Standard Version. This 34th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Leviticus 8 to 10. Leviticus chapter 8, verses 1 to 36. The Lord said to Moses, "Take Aaron and his sons with him, and the garments and the anointing oil and the bull of the sin offering, and the 2 rams and the basket of unleavened bread, and assemble all the congregation at the door of the tent of meeting." And Moses did as the Lord commanded him, and the congregation was assembled at the door of the tent of meeting. And Moses said to the congregation, "This is what the Lord has commanded to be done." And Moses brought Aaron and his sons, and washed them with water. And he put upon him the coat, and girded him with the girdle, and clothed him with the robe, and put the ephod upon him. And he girded him with the skillfully woven band of the ephod, and bound it to him with it. And he placed the breastpiece on him, and into the breastpiece he put the Urim and the Thummim. And he set the turban on his head, and on the turban in front he put the golden plate, the holy crown, as the Lord commanded Moses. Then Moses took the anointing oil and anointed the tabernacle and all that was in it, and consecrated them. And he sprinkled some of it on the altar 7 times, and anointed the altar and all its vessels, and the basin and its base, to consecrate them. And he poured some of the anointing oil on Aaron's head and anointed him, to consecrate him. And Moses brought Aaron's sons, and clothed them with coats, and girded them with girdles, and bound turbans on them, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he brought the bull of the sin offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands upon the head of the bull of the sin offering. And he killed it, and Moses took the blood, and put it on the horns of the altar round about with his finger, and purified the altar, and poured out the blood at the base of the altar, and consecrated it to make atonement for it. And he took all the fat that was upon the entrails, and the lobe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys with their fat, and Moses burned them upon the altar. But the bull and its skin and its flesh and its dung he burned with fire outside the camp, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he brought the ram of the burnt offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands upon the head of the ram. And he killed it, and Moses dashed the blood against the altar round about, and he cut the ram into pieces. And Moses burned the head and the pieces and the fat. And he washed the entrails and the legs, and burned them with the burnt offering on the altar. And he brought the 2nd ram, the ram of consecration. And Aaron and his sons laid their hands upon the head of the ram. And he killed it, and Moses took some of its blood and put it on the tip of Aaron's right ear, and on the thumb of his right hand, and on the big toe of his right foot. And Moses brought Aaron's sons, and Moses took some of the blood of the ram, and put it on the tip of their right ear, and on the thumb of their right hand, and on the big toe of their right foot. And Moses dashed the blood against the altar round about. Then he took the fat and the fat tail, and all the fat that was on the entrails, and the lobe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys with their fat, and the right thigh. And out of the basket of unleavened bread that was before the Lord he took 1 unleavened cake, and 1 cake of bread mixed with oil, and 1 wafer, and placed them on the fat and on the right thigh. And he put all these in the hands of Aaron and his sons, and waved them as a wave offering before the Lord. Then Moses took them from their hands, and burned them on the altar upon the burnt offering. They were a consecration offering for a sweet odor, as the Lord commanded Moses. And Moses took the breast, and waved it as a wave offering before the Lord. It was Moses' portion of the ram of consecration, as the Lord commanded Moses. Then Moses took some of the anointing oil, and some of the blood that was on the altar, and sprinkled it upon Aaron and his garments, and upon his sons and their garments with him. And consecrated Aaron and his garments, and his sons and their garments with him. And Moses said to Aaron and his sons, "Boil the flesh at the door of the tent of meeting, and they eat it and the bread that is in the basket of consecration offerings, as I commanded, saying, Aaron and his sons shall eat it. And what remains of the flesh and of the bread you shall burn with fire. And you shall not go out from the door of the tent of meeting for 7 days, until the day that the period of your consecration is ended. For 7 days shall you be consecrated. As has been done today, the Lord has commanded to be done to make atonement for you. At the door of the tent of meeting you shall remain day and night for 7 days, and keep the charge of the Lord, that you may not die. For so I have been commanded." And Aaron and his sons did all the things that the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. Leviticus chapter 9, verses 1 to 24. And on the 8th day Moses called Aaron and his sons, and the elders of Israel, and said to Aaron, "Take for yourself a bull calf for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering without blemish, and offer them before the Lord. And to the people of Israel you shall say, Take a he-goat for a sin offering, and a calf and a lamb year-old without blemish for a burnt offering, and an ox and a ram for peace offerings, to sacrifice before the Lord, and a cereal offering mixed with oil. For today the Lord will appear to you." And they brought what Moses commanded to the front of the tent of meeting, and all the congregation drew near and stood before the Lord. And Moses said, "This is the thing which the Lord commanded you to do, that the glory of the Lord may appear to you." Then Moses said to Aaron, "Draw near to the altar and offer your sin offering and your burnt offering, and make atonement for yourself and for the people. And offer the offering of the people, and make atonement for them, as the Lord commanded." So Aaron drew near to the altar, and killed the calf of the sin offering, which was for himself. And the sons of Aaron presented the blood to him, and he dipped his finger in the blood and put it on the horns of the altar, and poured out the blood at the base of the altar. But the fat, and the kidneys, and the lobe of the liver of the sin offering, he burned upon the altar, as the Lord commanded Moses. The flesh and the skin he burned with fire outside the camp. Then he killed the burnt offering, and Aaron's sons handed him the blood, and he dashed it round upon the altar. And they handed him the pieces of the burnt offering, and the head, and he burned them upon the altar. And he washed the entrails and the legs, and burned them with the burnt offering on the altar. Then he presented the people's offering, and took the goat of the sin offering which was for the people, and killed it, and offered it as a sin offering, like the first one. And he presented the burnt offering, and offered it according to the ordinance. And he presented the cereal offering, and took a handful of it, and burned it on the altar, besides the burnt offering of the morning. Then he killed the ox and the ram, the sacrifice of peace offerings for the people. And Aaron's handed him the blood, and he dashed it upon the altar round about. And the fat of the ox and of the ram, the fat tail and that which covers the entrails, and the kidneys, and the lobe of the liver, and they put the fat upon the breasts, and he burned the fat upon the altar. But the breasts and the right thigh Aaron waved for a wave offering before the Lord, as Moses commanded. Then Aaron lifted up his hands toward the people and blessed them. And he came down from offering the sin offering, and the burnt offering, and the peace offerings. And Moses and Aaron went into the tent of meeting, and when they came out they blessed the people, and the glory of the Lord appeared to all the people. And fire came forth from before the Lord, and consumed the burnt offering and the fat upon the altar. And when all the people saw it, they shouted, and fell on their faces. Leviticus chapter 10, verses 1 to 20. Now Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, each took his censer and put fire in it and laid incense on it, and offered strange fire before the Lord, which he had not commanded them. And fire came forth from the Lord and consumed them, and they died before the Lord. Then Moses said to Aaron, "This is what the Lord has said, I will show myself holy among those who are near me, and before all the people I will be glorified." And Aaron held his peace. And Moses called Mishael and Elzaphan, the sons of Uzziel the uncle of Aaron, and said to them, "Come forward, carry your brethren from before the sanctuary out of the camp." So they came forward and carried them by their tunics out of the camp, as Moses had said. And Moses said to Aaron and to Eleazar and Ithamar his sons, "Do not uncover your heads, nor rend your clothes, lest you die, and lest wrath come upon all the congregation. But let your brethren, the whole house of Israel, bewail the burning which the Lord has kindled. And you shall not go out from the door of the tent of meeting, lest you die, for the Lord's anointing oil is upon you." And they did according to the word of Moses. And the Lord said to Aaron, "Drink no wine or strong drink, you or your sons with you, when you go into the tent of meeting, lest you die. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, and to distinguish between the holy and the common, and between the unclean and the clean, and to teach the people of Israel all the statutes which the Lord has spoken to them by Moses." And Moses said to Aaron, "Take the meal offering that is left over from the offerings by fire to the Lord, and eat it unleavened beside the altar, for it is most holy. You shall eat it in a holy place, because it is your due and your son's due from the offerings by fire to the Lord. For so I am commanded. And the wave breast and the thigh of the heave offering you shall eat in a clean place, you and your sons and your daughters with you, for they are your due and your son's due, from the sacrifices of the peace offerings which the people of Israel offer to the Lord. The thigh of the heave offering and the breast of the wave offering they shall bring with the offerings by fire of the fat, to offer as a wave offering before the Lord. And it shall be yours and your sons with you, as a due forever, as the Lord has commanded." Then Moses diligently inquired about the goat of the sin offering, and behold, it was burned up. And he was angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, the sons of Aaron who were left, saying, "Why have you not eaten the sin offering in the holy place, since it is a most holy thing, and he has given it to you that you may bear the iniquity of the congregation, to make atonement for them before the Lord? Behold, its blood was not brought into the holy place. You should certainly have eaten it in the holy place, as I commanded." And Aaron said to Moses, "Behold, today they have offered their sin offering and their burnt offering before the Lord. And yet such things as these have befallen me. If I had eaten the sin offering today, would the Lord have approved?" And when Moses heard that, he approved.